Hello and welcome back to LukesterGaming. I'm hoping I'm live now because, well, I've hit live, but I'm always a bit cautious as to, because I'm streaming directly through the Xbox for Project Cars here, I'm always a bit cautious as to, like, if I should start talking right away or give it like up to 30 seconds to a minute just to make sure. But yeah, my first sort of stream in a month, and well, there's many reasons behind it, but one of them you can visually see in front of you. Because, as you know, I always have the driver network profile open when I start streaming. Hang on. Oops, sorry about that, I just had to clear my throat a bit. But, yeah, you'll notice that my profile stats look different than they probably did the last time you saw them, and that's because, like, I think it was around about a month ago that, like, when I had everything loaded up here for doing streaming, that, well, or just about anyway, that when I loaded up the game it didn't load, and I spent about an hour or two trying to get it to load, including deleting local content and trying to like resync, download it from the cloud kind of thing, but that didn't work at all. So basically I had to like delete my game stats, like profile, which meant I lost, like, because the profile was corrupt or something, which in turn meant I lost like all my saved tuning setups since day one of the game, I guess, or at least since this update that kind of changed the way the game handles. So that kind of sucked and put me off enough to the point where, sorry, that was my throat. Put me off enough to the point where not only did I not stream that day, but I also didn't take part in the races that night either, because I just couldn't be bothered like having to redo any setups or like spend time on it after it had basically screwed me over like that. So yeah, and since then I've not really felt up to doing time trial again. Like, I've still took part in the league races each night, but as far as time trial, this is the first time we actually doing it, and today we've actually got like a different, well, I'll just say briefly about my stats here. Like, I did almost have up to, I think I was just under 100 hours total time played, but because of the profile reset it's now only just under 10 hours, so yay to sort of losing those stats. As well as like the online performance and such, I think was almost like 100 races or something, and yeah, it's various other bits and pieces that I guess I'll have to work back up to, but let me, I don't know if I should be able to do this. Yes, there we go. So this is the car that is actually the last time we'll be using this car for the league tonight, because we've been using it for like this month of May here. If I go into photo mode we'll get a better look at it. It's the P30 LMP1. I think a lot of them in the league described it as the Batmobile. And because I'm Lukester25, it would be wrong to have a number other than 25 on it, but I know not every car has 25, or that if you're not quick about the car choices or sort of livery number choices in the league, then you might miss out on like a favourite number. So I managed to grab my 25s fairly soon, and I'm glad I did. But yeah, this is a very nice car here. I do like the livery, and I do like the sort of the aggressive sort of look to it overall, with the, like, you've got all the additional sort of flaps and side wings and all the big vents, and yeah, this thing handles quite nicely, and pretty much every person in the league has been using this car. So you could probably see why. Like, there is a few other LMP1 cars in the game, but I guess everyone in the league actually found this one the better choice, and I never really got around to never really got around to doing any time trial to find out which one truly was better, but I think going by most others, this one's the better of the bunch. And I should have my setup loaded, yeah. So let me back out, and as you see I've already got the time trial screen open up, so if I just go over to here and press, not that, because it can't find me if I'm not there yet. Friends only. Load please. Wow, there's only a few. I was expecting to see more than just a few. And it is definitely Circuit to Spa Francorchamps, or Spa for short. So yeah, I'm not really sure if I'll get close to that time for per se, but I guess somewhere around those times I'd like to be aiming, like maybe quicker than 2 minutes, but even then I might be outside 2 minutes for I know. So let me just go back to all and select car, of which I have to then go down the list to choose the car again because that's how select car works. And then I have to press a few times to get my livery. That's not it. That's it. Right, let's get loaded up. I did have to tweak some of my options settings, so you'll still let me know how I sound compared to the game, like if I sound louder than the game or if I don't. Just saw something one of the Project Cars guys shared on our group page. If anyone's in chat, please say hello, because I'd like to make sure things are working here before I get stuck in. But this is the first car choice here. And the car might be on the loud side compared to me, so you'll have to let me know about this right away, hopefully. Because this is a loud car. And I know I often mute, for the most part when doing the time trial and such, but I'd still like to make sure I'm heard over the actual engine sounds in the game. Or not feel like I'm having to talk louder to compensate kind of thing. Let me mute for a bit here anyway. And I should have braked a lot earlier than that. Yeah, I don't think I've actually done this car on this track before. Can you tell? It's this is a track I've done numerous times and we have used this car a fair bit in the league already, so it's just kinda putting the two together and getting that nice lap in the end. Oh, come on, game. Just because I hugged those sausage carbs a bit more, it invalidated this lap I'm on, which was going to be a given anyway, I guess, and the next one as well for extra sort of penalising. Oh well, these are only initial practice laps anyway before I start getting the feel for the car around the track. That's not what I want to be doing through Eau Rouge and Radillon. Losing control of what is usually a flat out part of the track. Or at least in this car. There's a problem with your broadcast, try lowering broadcast quality. So it's still doing this crap where it says that my stream's lagging out. Good to know. Even though I reduced the bitrate from the recommended 2500 to the 2000 high bitrate, it says as the next one down. So I technically have lowered the broadcast quality. GD stream. If anyone's getting buffering, then let me know, but I can sort of tweak it on the fly, but yeah. Well, I'm not sure if I can actually. I probably can, considering it says try lowering the quality. I was about to say, let's try and make a nicer start to this lap as I like spin out into that corner. It's a good thing that Project Cars here, instead of using this start-finish line like the Formula 1, or most things do, it actually uses the one round the corner, so this one down here. So let's see if I can actually put together a clean lap now. Or fairly clean at best. That's not fairly clean at best at all either. That's running wide. Oh jeez, yep, that killed the lap. Well, damn. Well, that was still a 2 minutes 3 seconds lap, so despite that sort of massively running wide section at the end. Oh jeez, just about lost control completely there. And that messed up the lap entirely. Those last few corners really threw me off there, literally. Right, I'm gonna pause it at the next straight because my phone's flashing at me and it might be an important message. Now let me pause here quickly because I need to check and see if people are hearing me on my stream as well. Wait, people? I just read a message that says people are talking in chat. My chat room on my stream is blank. Thanks Xbox, thanks a bunch. Right, I'm going to have to open up Twitch chat. Look, people, if you can't see anyone talking, your chat is busted. Thanks for letting me know there, Willow. Right, I've opened chat on my phone here. Can people please say things? Or let me let me put hello into my own chat. Twitch upgraded chat again. Be upgraded, I mean did it test and then star. Hi Zero. So I'm having to use mobile chat on my phone in front of me rather than the on-screen snap chat on the side of my screen. Hi Willow, hi Zero. How do I sound over the game before we continue? Because if I can't be heard over the game, then that's an issue. Oh, seriously? My phone screen went off? At least I think that was my phone screen that went off. That and I can't, like, tab away from the chat. You sound British. Well, thanks, Zero. I'm technically Scottish. I hear you just fine. Yeah, you'll hear me fine just now because I'm paused, but let me unpause and try talking once I get going again. So can you hear me now over the high revving engine of the car, or do you need to turn the game sound down? Or am I too loud even? Like, is it the fact that my mic's too close to my mouth that I'm... Right, that's... Hang on. I can't see chat because my phone screen decides to turn off because having chat open's not... Really? Display settings on my phone. Sleep. I like how there's a never option, so I'm going to have to set it to after 30 minutes. If anyone said anything in chat there, I apologise, it got completely missed. Wait, I know a better way of doing it. Open up my stream and then set it to chat only, because I think that way it stays open. And I'm hoping it... Right. Can't hear you, Luke. Lolcat just went GG. Yes. GG Twitch with all the derps today, man. Hello everyone and welcome to my stream, like my stream that you've been watching for the past 20 minutes without me having a chat. Hi, I'm not doing a pack here, this is Twitch pulling a pack on me and making me oblivious to my own chat. Oh GG Will, you just knocked your own cup over, that's a bad plan. Right, I'm going to get going here again. And there's crap on my controller. Oh well, a bit of dust. Right, let me know if I'm heard still. In fact, let me pause here because my mic sounds like it's... Or does it feel like it's next to my mouth? I should have probably muted whilst doing that. Really, stream? I have you set to chat only. And it's still showing like a bit of the video player at the top. Okay. As long as it stays open on my phone in front of me, then I'm not too bothered. And I was always going to brake about a mile late for that corner anyway. I'm taking it slowly to... I think I avoided a penalty. Right, now I'm going to try and actually focus on getting a decent lap time. That I know I have to like actually look down to see chat. That's doubly annoying because not only is chat not showing on the right side panel of my screen for the Twitch app, where it shows my broadcast being live and how many viewers there are, it also means that that's now taking up space on the side of my screen and making my game screen smaller in turn. So GG all round. And I bet it was the recent Twitch update that done that, made it to where you actually can't see your chat. So I managed to save it, but then I managed to save it too much that it caught the inside corner and invalidated this lap. I'll get there eventually. Like my lap times right now might be a bit crap, but probably about 10 or 15 laps later I'll end up being like going faster and faster each lap, so bear with me I guess. Oh, by the way, Bloody, are you in my chat still? Because obviously if you were in my chat since to begin with, you didn't hear me say anything. Or well, I didn't see you say anything, should I say. So if you're in my chat, let me know. Or if Blessed's back and in my chat, please let me know so that like between the two of you as well can let me know if my stream seems to be fine. Outside of the fact that I have to glance down on my phone to see my own chat. Oh nice, 2 minutes, or 2 minutes point 8. So I'm already faster than Blade, who had the 2 minutes. So it would be nice if we can get inside that 2 minute margin. I like to think I'd be able to take that set of corners back there flat out, but it doesn't seem to be happening. Yep, I hugged that right corner a bit too much there going up Eau Rouge into Radion. Also, can anyone let me know if my stream had any hosts or not, because I kinda missed those due to chat not working on the side of my screen and missing everything from the first like 10 or 15 minutes. So I don't know if anyone might have hosted in that space of time or not. And I don't think this was going to be a good lap anyway, but that certainly screwed it up at the end. What? Wait, the twit... Okay, that severely messed up my lap because I looked at my phone. Oh, GG, so chat has been updating since... But it decided to not scroll my chat. I have to manually scroll to see what... Okay. See Will talking about our monitor. Yeah, hopefully get your monitor working and all the other stuff that wasn't working. It's having a amazing sound when Luke talks because it's syncing our tablet comp. Okay. And I got a message saying, I think I hosted, but I think our chat broke again. I think that was just on my end. Let me back out of chat here a second. I need to open up the stream, go on chat only, press apply. Right, I've got to open on chat only now, but it's for some reason at the top it looks like it's still trying to load the stream, so I don't know. Yeah, it's like it's as if it literally is playing an advert in the background. Let's change that to auto and have it watch. Looks like it's just the scroll. Yep. It's like apologies to people on stream about this, but Twitch is being extra twitchy today it seems. It's like I haven't streamed in a couple of weeks and I haven't streamed Project Cars in a while and it's being all twitchy on me. Right, I can see my stream now. I can change to chat only. Right, now it looks like it's showing just chat only. I should be good now, because before it was acting as if there was still the video at the top. It had like a black bar. So, I think we're good now to continue. Finally. Although I did severely mess up what seemed like a good start to the lap. Does this scroll then... I see you in chat there, Willow. It's not going to scroll for me at the moment because of the fact that I had to refresh the chat, so it's still near the top of the page. It's like your messages are like halfway down the page so far. You don't need to spam chat though, just... it'll scroll when it scrolls, I guess. It's a good thing I can mute my mic at given. And now I'm like looking down at chat again. Yes, GG there, Will. Right, I need to focus on what I'm doing on the track, and it's annoying that I can't see my chat without glancing down to look at my chat. Because otherwise I'd be able to focus better having it all on the screen in front of me. You know, like it's actually displayed, but just the fact that chat on my screen in front of me is doing nothing. It says welcome to the chat room and hasn't progressed since. But yeah, at least I've got the chat open on my mobile so I can like periodically have a look down and see what's being said. Anyway, let's try and go for a good attempt here at a lap time. Well dang it, I cut that inside turn too much. Messed it up already. I mean, I have a decent lap time set in terms of that 2 minutes .81, but obviously I'd like to get underneath the 2 minute mark, and the fact that the two times I pointed out at the start have 1 minute 57 and 1 minute 58, so I'd like either 1 minute 59 at least, or possibly into the 1 minute 58s, but that'll take a lot of focus and concentration in actually getting a good lap together. And that was not the intended braking place, it seems. I just got away with that somehow. I felt like I took just about as much curb on that left hand, the upper left hand turn there. It's a good thing running massively wide there doesn't penalise you for your lap time. Well, dang it. Now I won't know if that was going to be a sort of proper faster lap or not. So I accidentally took too much inside line and cut that corner there. Oh, thanks for the host, Will. That actually did pop up on my screen there. Or well, not on my screen, but on my Twitch chat on mobile, should I say. So yeah, thanks for the host. I reckon that would have been a much faster lap, going by the fact that it was 2 minutes 1.3. Like, could have probably lost at least a second through messing up in a few places here and there. And that's probably a first taking that corner back there too wide, too tight, and cutting that one. Yeah, I seem to always go through this phase of I manage to find every possible corner to cut before I actually then go on my way to improving my lap time. It seemingly happens. Rehostage, Will said. I guess that was to like make sure I saw it kind of thing in the chat. Because I know you said before through a message you sent to me that you said about the hosting thing, so I guess that does make it a rehost. Yep. Just all the yip in a sarcastic way of that I've messed that up horribly. Like I said, I always find places to either cut the corners or go wide that I never normally do so. And for anyone who hasn't seen, let me just cycle through some of the views on this car. It'll probably get louder or quieter depending on, like the cockpit view in this car for example. And you even have like a sort of a mirror panel. And then there's like the central car view. And then there's like the helmet view, which I always used to use before, but I think I was putting myself at a disadvantage through using that for the most part. Or I think it like works better if say everyone in a race at once is using it, rather than sort of all going in like in different views. I mean, I could try doing a lap in this view and just see how I get on, but I don't know how that'll turn out. Yep, already I've severely missed. Nope, I managed to save it or keep a hold of it I guess, but you don't really get that big a view in a kind of small bubble cockpit like this one. I like to think I'm doing not too badly, given that I've not really used the cockpit view in a long time and I haven't used it in this car, so full stop really. Apart from now I guess, so... I think I just managed to keep the car from going wide there. Cost me a lot of time, however. I ran wide there, though. Yeah, let me just switch back to that view and let me pause for a moment. Is that right on the line or right before the line? Okay, Bloody. Thanks for stopping by, and sorry I couldn't see you in chat before because I couldn't see chat on my screen full stop, but okay, I'll talk to you later. Right, let me proceed here. So it seems I can break into there without changing down the gears, or if I manage to pull it off through doing that anyway. Some corners you have to switch down on the gears, maybe that extra step before then switching back quickly. I was going to say quickly switching back, so up a gear. Whatever I'm doing it slightly right because I'm slightly faster. It's like yay for slight improvements, hopefully. Probably took that chicane the nicest to have done in the past 15 laps, or most of 15 laps. So let's see where this one's going to get me time-wise. and across the line with 2 minutes point 4, so that's a nice improvement there, considering I went from a very slight improvement to an almost half a second up improvement. Still looking to take another 0.4 or 0.5 ideally off of that, to be into the, considered into the 1:59 times. Doing this isn't going to get me into that time space though. I thought the car was going in the barrier there, because it's sort of the tail end just stepped out ever so slightly there. If it right into the... And I felt like that was a nicer line through that series of corners back there, but just a shame that it's on a sort of slower lap here. Which is always what ends up being the case most of the time. It's usually on your slower laps you start taking the nicer lines. I'm faster? Well, I'm not going to complain about that. There's me in the middle saying this is a slower lap, and evidently I'm faster. Let's not mess up the end of this lap. Famous last words. That was a close one. I got a nice inside turn on that, the apex on the right, but sort of like went into a bit of a slide there. Also, this has probably just cost me any time I gained through braking and unbraking and braking again. I did somehow manage to improve still. So I'm down to a 2 minute and 0.2 seconds. Or well, not 0.2, I mean 2 minutes and 0.2 on the end, should I say. This doesn't feel like a great quick lap, or a great start to the lap anyway, but I stayed the same about the previous lap and look what happened. Yep, why am I not surprised that I validated the lap there? I kinda ran massively wide and bounced off the barrier. We'll try again on the next one. I've been sort of doing well to have consistently improving laps over the last couple, at least anyway. It seems to do that. Or maybe I'm trying to put down the power too much, or just because of the fact that this car doesn't necessarily like being in first gear too much. Like, it seems to be better through here because it's like a downward bank compared to the slightly upward bank of the other corner. Yeah, I'm kinda glad it lets you run massively wide there so long as you don't bounce off the wall. Because it's seemingly saved my lap times on more than one occasion so far. That, however, did not cut in that inside line just too much there. That screwed up whatever this lap was going to turn out to be. And knowing me, it was probably going to be my quickest lap. Or at least it was till I set foot in the gravel. Or stuck a wheel in the gravel, I guess you could say. It's kind of one of those things that even if you invalidate the lap, you kind of want to keep pushing just to know where it would have went to. But at the same time, it's that annoying sense that you end up finding out that your lap would have been faster if you had kept sort of going like that. And you probably just hear all the... Yeah, that's becoming a bit of an issue, taking that corner like that. I don't know why it keeps doing that. Oh GG. The very first, not even a corner. Like, that's barely a left turn corner, and I managed to cut it and invalidate the lap time right off the bat. Good job. I think it seems to be the moment you go to turn into that corner and kinda, because that's a more steeper curve on the right apex, it just seems to spin your car out the moment you go to turn in. Whereas this one, you take it in first, the car's perfectly fine for the most part. Yeah, because there it didn't touch the curb at all, and the car barely, like, it didn't feel like it was going to lose control and spin out one way or the other like it had been doing. It did brake a bit cautiously early into that corner though. And I don't think this is going to be a faster lap yet. Nope. It felt like a good lap for the most part as well, so that's a bit disappointing. Really, with the spinning out almost? That time I was barely even on the curb. It's not so bad when it's a lap that it's kinda like not going anywhere, but when you feel like you're on a lap that could potentially improve, then you're kinda throwing away all that time at the end. Like, I reckon that spinning out easily cost me that time that I've lost on that lap. Or well, almost spinning out. And wow, I'm actually up in the first sector for the first time in a while. Oh dang it. So first I go out wide, and then when I come back in to try and hug the corner, I managed to like put too much of the car over the curb that invalidated the lap. Well, I'm never going to know where that lap was going anyway, because I severely messed it up after that point. And by severely I mean over a second down. Oh, by the way, one thing I forgot to point out is that since between my last extended Stardew Valley stream that I done, I think that was at least a couple of weeks or so back now. Between then and now, or well, not now, but I think it was last week or so back there, I actually updated my channel information to have a full, like, info like bar on the side, whereas before it just used to have like a list of old streaming schedules and I guess like just old information that kinda didn't need to be on there, so I've now like split it up into like proper sections, like panel sections, so there's like the, I guess like sort of info, like a sort of brief about me bit, and I just managed to invalidate the lap and then mess it up further. Great. But yeah, there's an about me panel, and then there's like, I think it's the schedule, or not the schedule, but like games that I've played on stream before, and then the schedule part, which even though there isn't a proper schedule on there, like it says to look out for like keep an eye out for when I do like my Monday to Friday schedules again like I used to. And just other information in there I can't remember without checking, and I'd rather not check. But I did put like various bits of information on there that was needed, and oh yeah, one of the things is the channel rules for like anyone who doesn't know your basic Twitch channel rules when it comes to say spamming or advertising or posting links when you shouldn't be. All of those things are a big no-no unless you're sort of permitted to do so. So yeah, just things like that. And I've also put a section for a possible, like a future tip jar link to go in, because like I'd like to have one of those set up sooner or later. So it's like pretty much everyone else who I watch on stream has a tip jar, and yeah, they've been getting some nice tips recently, but like that doesn't mean to say, oh, I can like chip in on that too. No, that's not the approach at all. The chip yes, do not donate chips to me. It's not a chip jar. It's not a chip jar. It's not a dip jar either. It's a tip jar. I'll get there in the end. But yeah, I'll probably wait until next month or something to sort that out and try and like properly sort out other streaming bits as well, so that I can hopefully be able to use my proper Hopan streaming setup again and not have to purely rely on the Twitch like snapping onto the side of the screen app here that has a broken chat at the moment, it seems. Also, there's something about me and talking that just considerably destroys what my like driving during trying to race the car around the track. It's like I think I'll go until about lap 30 on this one, and whatever time I have in the end, like be it that 2 minute .2 that I have for if I manage to get into the 159s, but because the next track we'll be moving on to is the Le Mans track. Le Mans 24 hours, or I think it's Cirque de la Sarthe, so is the proper name, or the Cirque de la 24 hours, or something like that. And like, cause this season's been LMP1 cars here, then it was like one of the things discussed like at the start of the season was like, would we do Le Mans for the first night's races, which we originally had planned, but then we decided to change it so that the track would be at the end of the season, which kind of makes more sense because you're sort of starting out with like tracks that you're used to before then working your way towards like a sort of lengthy track like Le Mans. So yeah, I'll see how that goes next time trial wise. Yep, that was a bit later on the brakes there than I've been trying to do That's not really run that wide since the initial opening laps. I just kind of like zoned out a bit there and just couldn't focus on the road ahead at all. Let me pause for a moment. Willow sits in a corner and moans because the spare TV has no HDMI cord hookup. Ouch. Yeah, the first HD TV I have in my room that I still kind of have on the desk next to the one that I've been using for the last years is not a HDMI one either. It just has the component cables in the back, which was fine for the Xbox 360 and like because it came with the component cables for like the HD TV kind of option, but like I think that was the early models, and I think it was like once that one actually broke and we had to get a replacement one that they started having the HDMI inputs, and then so I got a HDMI TV for using for like having better like proper high definition compared to component cables. I don't know what your issue is with your monitor that just doesn't seem to be allowing you to play anymore. Or not play anymore, but like see your screen properly. Anyway, I'm going to have a drink here anyway. I've been streaming for just over an hour now, so these will be the last, through until lap 30 will be the last sort of run with this car on this track. Try not to run wide there, because that will invalidate the next one if I do, or more than likely, but like I said, we've got the Le Mans track to do next, and that's, like if you think this track's long, being 2 minutes a lap, Le Mans is looking to be 4 minutes or more a lap, so well, I saw some of the guys posting on our group page saying about like 3 minutes 30 could be considered a good lap at best times, but that's probably if you're really pushing and actually got a good setup on the car. Whereas in my case, I don't know what will be the outcome for that one, but I'm thinking around about 4 minutes a lap, so 4 minutes a lap times doing, what, 30 laps? That'll quickly add up time-wise. And I don't think I've actually done the Le Mans track in full on here yet. Like, I've got experience of it from the Forza games over the years, but it's not like this is a different handling thing completely from Forza. This is more simulation. So it's not like I can just dive into it and expect the car to be fine, or it'll take a little bit of getting used to, I guess. Oh, that was massively wide into there, but that didn't seem like a particularly good lap anyway to begin with. For a moment there I thought I was about to somehow manage to cut that inside line corner back there, but I managed to avoid it, thankfully. Really? So the first time... You've seen how many times I've run wide on that corner back there and it was perfectly fine with my lap, but I do it that one time and it's like, nope, you're invalidated. Thanks game, thanks for trolling me it seems. It's trolling in a way that it's like, let's get him used to making him think he can run wide there, and then when he's least expecting it, throw him an invalidated lap and prove him otherwise. What? I'm most tempted just to say no, because it doesn't look like I'm getting any any better at this point. Yeah, let's just quit out of that because I'm not going to improve on that 2 minutes. And the fail to save thing is what caused my issue in the first place with losing stuff, but it seems to be fine at the moment. And that's been fine for like the past month since it initially broke, but out of everything I lost, I didn't lose the saved replays, but I think it's all the saved replays that are actually causing it to have the issues, so I might have to keep an eye on that one. Like, ideally I'd like to sort of make videos of the saved replays, either through my Hapage setup or like for the actual capturing of the game, or just like using the in-game Xbox DVR setup to do so. But that would mean recording individual clips of everything. Anyway, let's see where my time got me. 64. Huh. Oh, LMR. There's like one of the LMR guys in our league currently, so I'm just faster than him. And their racing league is like a proper serious one. Like, they've been in competitions and won, I think one of them said they won €2,000, or their league, their sort of team won €2,000, so that's a kind of like proper deal. I'm just like scrolling up through the times here, or well, using the triggers. Oh, hey there, Octo. Welcome back, by the way, but I don't think I saw you here in the first place, considering that I didn't see chat to begin with. And if I look there, LMR top secret, I don't know why his time's not showing up on my friends, because we have each other on our friends lists. But yeah, he's like the guy that's like probably one of the recent members in our league as of the last month there, and he's fast, as you can see. Like, I think if I come down one, yeah, there, SRL Brown. He's like 2 seconds off of where top secret is. And then there's Mike's time as well. But if I go back to that and then switch to friends only. Yeah, so there's my time on the board. I'm quicker than Blade. I was only marginally faster than him at first, it seems, but there's my time so far. Usually I can improve when it comes qualifying in the actual race itself, but it can vary from track to track, I guess. Like, I like to think that this one I will be able to improve, and just that fact of when you have less fuel in the car, like when you're getting towards the end of running out of fuel, that you go that bit faster. And just from being out on track and having like even the tyre wear can sometimes help like make you go faster, it seems, but even that varies. Octo says, well, I was here in the beginning. Well, apologies I didn't see you at the start, Octo, like, because my Twitch chat that's on the side of the screen now, on my screen anyway, like my TV, it hasn't been showing chat at all tonight. Or well, today. And I should watch where I put my foot in case I accidentally switch off my Xbox, because then that won't show anything. I believe if I press right, yes, circuit days 24 hours to months. I've just butchered French. Circuit days 24 hours to months. Yeah, you can see there looking at the times, it's like 3 minutes 19 is the fastest time, which we're not going to get anywhere near. Let me switch to friends only. So there's Brown with a 3 minutes 24, Mike with 3 minutes 28, Blade with 3 minutes 35, and Andy with 3 minutes 42, so I like to think I could aim somewhere between that margin, or maybe even like 3 minutes 30 or just below. So I guess I'll find out. Let me switch that back, let me go onto here. My garage load setup, this one, even though there's no difference, but yeah. Now I have to come down to here and select my car. Select my livery. I know I don't have to select the livery, but yeah. And I'm full to the point where drinking hurts. Ouch, Octo. Yeah, I felt quite full after the 2 jumbo-sized sausage rolls I had earlier. Drinking didn't hurt though, thankfully, because I kinda needed a lot to drink after that. But yeah, as you see, this is a considerably longer track, 8 minutes, or 8.46 miles even, in 38 turns. It's a very nice track as well, but it's one of those where if you mess up, then you've got a long way to go before you can start the next lap. And I think we could be spending the rest of the stream on here. You two are making me hungry, says Willow there. Right, let's see where we... I'm not sure how this is going to go because... yeah, car track that I've never done before, so fingers crossed, I guess. Oh yeah, and this chicane, really? And that chicane is a fine example of what the chicane can do to you at the end there. If you cut it just ever so slightly, it's like, not only have we invalidated this lap you're on, but also the next one you're about to start. And considering that was right at the beginning of me doing time trial, I don't want to go around the track just for nothing. But yeah, here's to actually being able to complete a lap and put a time on the board. Here's to braking a lot earlier too. If that had invalidated my lap there, I was going to restart again, because that would have been ridiculous. Okay, that was a bit late on the braking. That was considerably late on the braking. Screw it, I'll just keep going around the lap because I'm gonna need to learn the track anyway at this point, but with that previous restart to it invalidated me right at the start, it was like, yeah, I'm not taking that. Oh nice, Octo. Yeah, I'm definitely going to need to like sort out the braking points on this track as well as not running too wide on the corners, because I could see this track being one that's going to invalidate the laps at any given opportunity. Not actually sure how the racing is going to go tonight on this one, because it's a much longer track, so I guess there's less of a chance of being lapped during the race, but things will get a bit more spread out, especially for those that can do considerably faster lap times than anyone else. So it's going to be an interesting one, and one of those tracks where I like to... oh, where I'd like to not do that, yeah. But one of those tracks where I'd like to think I might be able to stay behind someone through, say, most of those flat out acceleration points, because that'll get like a very nice slipstream tow down the straight. Coming up to the 3 minutes mark here. And Twitch likes to be twitchy apparently. Really? So because of that little run off there, it's invalidated the next lap as well. I could see this track getting on my nerves quite soon. Also the fact for the league race tonight we're actually doing this as a night race, so it's going to be the case where... so that time of mine there was a 3 minutes 39 and I easily threw away, what, at least 5 or 6 seconds, I like to think. And also trying to get the braking points down, like that first corner didn't seem too bad there. But yeah, this is going to be one that's just about trying to not accidentally invalidate your lap, because that will kill the lap time you run. And as for the race, it's going to be a night race with... I don't know if it's going to have the progression in terms of the... I think it's going to be like a sped up progression of time, so it'll start night on like the morning sunrise. I'm not sure yet, but if I get the time I might do a practice race both around Spa against the AI and around this track for maybe a reduced number of laps. Just so it is like a sort of night race to start out with, I guess. Let me guess. Nope, I guess it's... I thought it was going to tell me invalidated lap, but I suppose I am on one right now anyway. Oh, yep, I think that would have been an obvious corner cut if I hadn't already invalidated this lap. And Octo says, watching you play this reminds me of my playing GTA 5. Oh, well, that's what I get for looking down. Watching you play this reminds me of my father playing GTA 5 and 6 and Rage. Also seen this course while watching my father play. Yeah, this is one of the quite well-known courses. And of course I've stripped the back of my car through looking at chat and crashing instead. Let me restart because I don't have any valid lap times set, so yeah. Let's just restart and try and actually get a lap time put together. It's like this kind of car and track reminds me of like the older Gran Turismos, or well, it was Gran Turismo 2 was the first one that had like the endurance races, or well, longer endurance races. There was the one that was around Rome in Italy, and it was 99 laps, but that was just there as like a number, depending on how fast you went. because it was a 2-hour race for the time limit kind of thing. And let's just hit restart because that invalidated. Welcome to Project Cars, where you restart on tracks like this quite often because the track likes to invalidate your laps at every opportunity. Like even the Bugatti circuit, the smaller one, is worse for that. It's more notorious for invalidating your lap if you mess up. Less weight equals more speed. Yes, Octo with the tiny kappa. Because it is a tiny kappa on my mobile chat screen. Maybe not a tiny kappa like the PS4 one, but on your stream that is. I'm thinking at this point to myself, I'd be happy if I managed to set a valid lap. Never mind a fast valid lap. It'll be something, given how much this wants to invalidate my lap times. But yeah, I remember doing on Gran Turismo 2, because like I never had a PS2 after that, and when I had a PS3 it was Gran Turismo 5, the prologue one I had, as well as Gran Turismo 5 the actual game, but I never really got into it as much as say the Forza games that I was playing at the time on the Xbox 360, so it would be nice to go back to doing like the Gran Turismo on the PS3 one day, but... And restart attempt number whatever. Like I said, I want a valid lap. Not just like, yes, tiny kappa. Or hashtag tiny kappa, sorry. Never forget the hashtag. It's not just tiny kappa, it's hashtag tiny kappa. There should just be a programmable restart button. Never mind just a reset car button, an actual restart your session button. It's kind of required for this car and this track. Heck, just this track in general it's required for. It's like at this point I'll be happy if I manage to set a valid lap, like I said. Never mind one that's actually quicker. Heck, I think if I do manage to set a valid lap, I'll view the replay just so I can actually get a thumbnail from that in case I don't manage to improve. Or in case I have to like quit out to then restart or something. I think that'll be the new goal. Instead of doing like the next 2 hours, or well, an hour and a half on this track alone trying to set a lap time, emphasis on the word trying. Like it'll be a change of plans to where I'm going to do this track until I set a valid lap, and then if I'm not able to improve on like the next lap or the lap after that, then I'll call it there for the time trial and move on to doing practice races against the AI. Just so I get like an idea how the race against like other cars will be. Let me guess. Nope, it didn't invalidate the lap, but that probably it. Like I said, I'll be trying to get a valid lap set, so we'll stick with it for now, it seems. Right, that seems like a good braking point for that corner anyway, to brake as soon as you start turning in, like before the sharp hairpin corner. Well, not necessarily hairpin, but just a very sharp corner. Did I actually manage to set a valid lap? I did. It was a 135.084. I'm going to view that replay back. Let me skip ahead to where the lap actually oh, of course the lap... Huh. Let me rewind that back then, because the replays only last 2 minutes, so... Actually, that means that the lap's that long you don't even get to watch the entire lap back. How annoying. Because I'd like to be able to watch the whole lap back and see how I did, but seemingly I can't on this track. But yeah, I like to watch the replay back and so that I can get like a nice looking thumbnail for the video for exporting over to YouTube, and just for the actual highlight here of the stream on Twitch, so that it has a nice thumbnail as well. So being able to have like this car and track combination together like that's going to make for a nice thumbnail, hopefully. I mean, there's a few twitchy moments there, or like bits that I wondered how I got through it without running wide or screwing up the lap, but it seems that it worked for what I managed to do in the end. Also, the replay's that bit jittery as well there. It's cool how you get like the trackside sort of marshals and workers that I think they just stand looking around, but sometimes it looks as if they're looking in the direction of your car, and then they maybe just like stop paying attention once the car's actually gone by. And I was close to potentially cutting that corner back there. And then this is coming towards this the end of the lap into the stadium complex, or well, not so much stadium, but like the start-finish grandstand, I guess you could call it. And I was being extra cautious here, which I still managed to go a bit in the gravel, but I'd rather run wide and not get penalised than screw up the chicane and get penalised for the lap. So 3:35 is a good place to start from, or a good time to put on the board at least. Let me try one more lap, like I said, see if I can at least improve on that lap now. If I can't improve or I manage to invalidate the lap, I'll quit out so I can actually record that time on the board. And then I think I'll just go into racing against the AI. Yep, I guess we're doing that sooner. Exit. I guess the game decided for me, decided that that was enough. 'Cause it's one of those tracks where if you invalidate your lap at the start of the lap, then you're kind of screwed for like the next 3.5 minutes of going round. And like for shorter tracks, that's potentially like 2 laps worth of racing. I know it's all practice at the end of the day, but when it's a longer track like that, you don't want to go around for 3.5 minutes of a wasted lap time to then cross the line and invalidate the next lap and rinse and repeat the process. So if I go on here and press X, that time puts me 163 on the overall, so so on the Spa track that I done before, I'm 64 on the overall, and this one I'm 163, so... But it is like all different times at the end of the day. As for my friends, I'm just faster than Blade, like half a second-ish, like almost. And yeah, I'm not sure if I'll get close to Mike's time, and certainly not close to Brown's time, but knowing that I'm sure Andy could do a better job of that time, but then again I don't think he's had too much time to put in the time trial practice, and like I said about this track being one that invalidates your laps often, it's kind of the case where if it does that to you, often give up sooner. This is actually a thing I can enter? Because I've not done one of these in a long time, because every time they come up it always shows the projectcars.com/game on demand, meaning that you need DLC to take part in them. But it seems that this one I can actually do, and it's a minute 13. Which track is it supposed to be around? Oh, is this Monaco? Or Formula E around the Azure Coast even? But it is. Oh nice, the Azure Coast, because it's the Monaco F1 Grand Prix weekend, so I never actually thought about the fact that they'd have the event on here for that as well. So yeah, since it's been a long time since I've been able to actually do a community event, then yeah, let's do this for a little bit. I say a little bit, maybe 10 laps or something? Just see if, like, what kind of time I can do. I'm not really looking to set a flying lap or beat any leaderboard times. It's just more for the sake of actually recording a lap. Also for this one, it has to be the helmet view because F1. Get him. Oh. And already I've spun the car. Oh, I don't have the... that's an issue. Exit. Yes, I'm going to need to go into my controller settings because I changed the DRS I changed the KERS button to be the DRS, meaning I only have one set. And that was for a previous car we'd been using in the Sunday League. I've never felt this full in a long time, says Octo. I've felt full a few times recently, I guess. It varies from what you eat. Yeah, let me go to options and help and controls. I was on it already. Configuration, edit assignments even. X is assigned to cycle camera view. All the keys are kinda assigned. Well, in fact, I don't really use the handbrake. In the D-pad, left, right, up and down are all assigned. So is the right stick. Well, right stick's obvious for looking around. Seat forward, backward, up and down, seat angle up and down. I guess that's for like adjusting your in-car camera view. There's always all these extra keys that, like, you don't really be able to use them all if you were using a keyboard to play the game. Or like if you had the actual like elite controller with all the extra bits on it for assigning extra things. I think I'm just going to assign KERS as A because I don't really need a handbrake per se. The handbrake's only there if you're going to be drifting. I mean, I can always set it back afterwards just so I don't end up pressing A and have nothing happen, but yeah, A for KERS is like your boost and then B for the DRS, but yeah, let's go with that. And let's back out to the challenge page again, the community event should I say. And it's going to take a few moments here to save, although usually... I think that brought up a broadcasting paused thing that the Xbox has, that it... because it said broadcasting paused on my screen there briefly. Because usually if it takes long to load on the settings, you have to press the main Xbox home button, and then it immediately seems to load what it was trying to do. But yeah, let's just... I don't know what kind of time we will be able to set, but let's try and set a time nevertheless. Right, let's see how this goes, and let's try not put our foot down right away again. Nope. Or do that. Yes. back up a little bit. Whoa, car, behave. Yep. Let's just like tippy toe round the track because there's far too much power in this car. It's been a long time since I used the Formula A on this game, and going straight into the deep end at Monaco is not really the way you want to go about it. It's like there was once a time when I was able to actually fly around here in the Formula 1 car, but that was a while back. I'm just going to like restart on every attempt that I do that, because I'd rather set a lap than... Like, I'd rather set a lap knowing I took the corners right than having to reverse out if I crashed like that. That and the fact that doing that invalidates the lap anyway. This is like Le Mans, but shorter in terms of the... well, it's like Le Mans in terms of the invalidated lap times over and over, but this one's more consistent with crashing into turn 1 repeatedly. I just want to make the first corner. Why aren't you doing the thing? I'm like applying braking pressure. You're supposed to stop. That and the fact it's spinning out doesn't help either. And yes, I am aware of the fact I'm using cares, but really? Doctor says I always struggle to eat, but that's because I have a weird throat. There's a difficulty swallowing food. My throat seems to act up most times anyway, but I think when it comes to food it's okay for the most part. Well, let's try braking like far sooner then, it seems, even though you should... This is becoming really frustrating very, very fast. It already is, for that matter. I just want to set a lap. Please. Oops. Changed up too many gears at a time there. See, the rest of it doesn't seem to be too bad so far, he says. It's like I managed to navigate all these corners fine, but that first corner's just like, nope. Bounced off the corners there. Really? Carb? Well, if this is even still a valid lap time, it's going to be a very poor one now because of that. Note to self, don't open the DRS in the tunnel like that. This car's just dreadful to handle compared to what it used to be like. That and the fact I think the way it's set up for the community events like this, it's even more dreadful to handle, because I think it was the BAC mono car was one where... Really? Yeah, it was the BAC mono car, it was on a community event, and it was just absolutely dreadful in the handling, and it was around Road America. Whereas if you took the car in the time trial, it was perfectly fine, or like in a race against someone to try and show them that it was being dreadful. ended up being perfectly fine instead. Let's try and do a lap without using DRS or KERS then, it seems. I thought I was going to cut that first corner and invalidate the lap there. Why am I not surprised that lap was really slow, but then again I did spin out on it. That previous one, should I say. Like, seriously, game. All I'm trying to do is get the car around the track, but the moment I touch the accelerator, it's just like, nope, you're spinning now. I'm just going to spin around on the spot, because the car's good at doing spinning around on the spot until you get caught in the barrier. In fact, I'm just going to hit restart because seemingly all the spinning's buggered up the tyres. Really? This is all the car, like literally. I'm barely tapping the accelerator the best of times and it spins. And then when I go to tap the brakes, it's like they take an extra second to actually realise that I'm on the brakes. Yes, I realise it goes red there, but I've played the Formula 1 games to where you can brake, like, considerably late into that corner. It just doesn't carry across to here, which is majorly disappointing. Because I've like done this track on my career mode on F1 2013, and yes, that was a very different handling game, but it's not like this is a new car and track to me. You'd think so with the amount of restarts I've had to do and the amount of sort of spinning out and ridiculous incidents. It's like I'm actually... that's going to invalidate the lap, isn't it? Nope, because I took off the throttle. But that still kind of killed where the lap potentially could have gone. Yay, I set a 1 minute 28, that was a valid lap. It's only like, what, 10 seconds off some similar times that the actual F1's set, but 10 seconds around here is going to cost you a lot, lap after lap. And I'm seemingly down on already. I give yes, please, just I set a lap, I took part in the challenge, what more do you want from me? And okay, well, let's say his launch his Pokemon because I can't think of anything else to play. It's like I think I'd rather be playing Pokemon right now than crash him all into the wall. Find me. Oh, there's my time there, 90th. Fastig 76. I'm going to press Y to enter in again because I'm going to try from the outside car view, see if I get on any better, but I'll most likely be crawling around the track, just trying not to spin the car out, but it'll spin out anyway regardless. 'Cause car. Well, in fact, we might try this view actually, because it's... Well, it's not quite the TV camera view, but it is like a better outside the car view, I guess. It's kind of like helmet cam view, as if a helmet was mounted on top of the car, I guess. And already we've crashed into the corner. Like, this is the point where if I had an Osprey bot in my chat, there would just be a sort of running total of updates of the times I've either hit restart or crashed into turn 1 on this car and track, it seems. Well, so yeah, still let me know if I'm like quiet compared to the game right now, because knowing me, I probably am. I'd rather be informed if I'm like quieter than the game than the other way around, like me finding out later I've been whispering in the background or something. And wow, I had to slow right down there just to take that damn corner. Using cars through the tunnel, I can't remember if I did that on the previous run. I did that on the previous run though, well, not the bouncing off the barriers part, but the cutting that corner a bit part. I'm surprised I've not had my lap penalised for contact with the barriers after bouncing off them so much. Really? Which fuse is there? I suppose that one's kinda more TV camera-ish, but the moment I like started accelerating, the helmet disappeared. Hope I'm going to have to restart anyway, because the previous lap was rubbish. Let's just try the straight up behind the car view here then. And because we can have a look at the nice car. It's got a nice livery on it. It's probably going to sound significantly louder behind the car like this though. Still not going to stop me going off into turn 1, however. This is going to take away from my like actual practice races that I'm supposed to be doing. But I wanted to try and set a better lap than a 1 minute 28 around Monaco. That's ridiculously slow. Or that can happen. I swear I just went on restart and it sat there still. Even the game doesn't know what it's doing right now, it seems. This is just painful. Is it this hard to take the first corner when I can just about manage every other corner on the damn track? Man, this is what proper Formula 1 cars used to sound like. Well, you know, when they're not bouncing off the walls. I'm sure glad we're not doing a league in Formula A, because that would get really irritating, especially if we ended up coming here. Like, I could see this being a car and race combination that a lot of people would quit out of. I like the fact it has the stationary engine sound like that, but I don't like the fact that it managed to clip that one open space in the barrier. Wow. All the wow. This... there are just not any words anymore to describe how truly awful this is. And I remember taking this Formula A car around Monaco before, like... It was like one of the first things I did when I discovered that this track was on it. Because I remember watching videos Project Cars on the PC and saw this track on it and thought, oh, maybe it's PC only, but then I found the Azure Coast one and realised that this is Monaco. Because I don't think I'd actually noticed it listed or actually selected over it to see what it was before. And back then I was able to take a Formula 1 car around here just fine. Really? I've probably had about 1 million attempts on this one alone, never mind the other tracks that I've done tonight. Heck, the first track I done I could actually go around that, setting lap after lap time to a point without having to restart the session every time. That was a bit of a more attacking turn 1, but I don't know how I got away with the bouncing off the barriers not invalidating my lap, but hopefully I can try and stick with it through the lap and not mess up. Because that's probably one of the better starts I've had to the lap. And that was just ridiculously tight. Really? Well, I managed to get away with that somehow. Probably because I took my finger off the throttle enough that it let me do that. Well, I managed to improve to 125, that was a time I kind of had in mind for doing. Like that was a sort of mental note for a time to try and improve to. So I've done that at least. I really don't know how that was a slower start to the lap, because I was using Kers. And I'm just going to give up there, because the more I do that, the more it's going to frustrate me. Arctic says, so I have 4 Pokemon games running: Emerald, Pokemon MMO, Yellow Game Boy Color, Heart Gold Emulator, and Omega Ruby 3DS. Nice. That's like all the Pokemon games at once. even the Pokemon MMO that Croc had been playing recently on his stream. Let's see where that time puts me on the board now. So that moves me up from 90 to 70, so a 20 place jump, but yeah, I'm not really concerned about the leaderboard. The fact I'm there, I managed to set some kind of vaguely valid lap that I'll do.
In quick race weekend,
Skip that because ever since it did the reset, it still keeps telling me the tutorial messages. So let's do Spa. Wait, you can. Wow, I forgot that you could have that many opponents. Let's make it 9 opponents because recently I think we've only had about 10 or around about 10 or under doing the races in the league, whereas before we had like almost up to 16 of us at one point. What's the time there? 7:21, so I've got an hour left of streaming. Let's just do the 15 laps in this one. Opponent scale 50, 60 maybe. Grid position last because I like the challenge. Yeah, let's just go with 60 or maybe 65. Just see where that is. Let's make sure it's clear. And starting time maybe 3 o'clock? Sure. Let's say that then. And it should still have our car selected if I go to my garage. Yes, I would like to retry even though that was technically loading, not saving, but yeah. Hi there, Trulio123. I don't know how your name's pronounced, but you said I did 72 laps on this map with my brother on F1 2009 on Wii. Were you referring to Monaco before, the one that's known as the Azure Coast on here? Because I've played the Codemasters F1 games from. Okay, that was handy. But I've played the Formula 1 Codemasters games from, I think it was F1 2010, I believe, was the first one on the Xbox 360 through until F1 2013's the last one I played. I've not had the time to do F1 2014 yet, and I've not even got F1 2015 yet, and they're almost bringing out F1 2016 this year, so yeah. But on the F1 games, it was just much better being able to actually do a lap around Monaco compared to on here, it seems. And Octo says, should I bring it back on my normal... Should I bring up Pokemon Black on my normal DS as well? Let's go with yes. And Willow's following Octo around with her level 15 to 24 Pokemon. Nice. Hey Backup us. Or back... I hope I said that right, or I'll just call you Backup because that's what everyone calls you anyway. But hey there Bacca, welcome to my stream. I don't think I've seen you here before, and if I have, then apologies. But yeah, I'm about to start this race here, so it's just against the AI to see how I get on around this track with other cars. Let's restart. Yep, I knew I was going a bit too soon, but it's that like fine line margin of like getting it right. And this is why you practice, because I don't want to do this on the actual league races. I have done at least once. It's just that sort of long hold at the start there though. That, and I don't know if the AI skill is going to be good enough for me. And oops, I just put him off the track. I may need to like quit out and up the AI skill because really, car, you braked there on the straight. I know there was other cars in front of you, but still. I'm sure you could have like moved to the side or something. Yeah, going from the really going from the Formula A car back to this car, it just feels so weird now. That and the track actually looks a bit different because I changed the time of day, and I don't know if the time trial was set at the 5 o'clock time that the practice race originally was, because there's no longer like as many shadows on the track. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is up the AI skill and possibly bring the race down to being just 10 laps so I get like a rough idea. Because right now it seems I'm just like racing through the field, and once I get ahead of them all, I'm just going to leave them behind. Like even running wide there, they didn't like vastly pull away, I'm just like catching back up to overtake them here a second later. Yeah, usually an overtake round the outside through there would be a bit of a rare occurrence, I think, or would be a bit more harder than I just made it look. But yeah, looks like I'm already just pulling away from the AI, and that's not really the challenge I was looking for. Yeah, let's quit out there. It would have been better if you had like a sort of in-game restart or change settings before restarting kind of thing, rather than having to quit out, adjust the settings, go back in, find out you need to adjust the settings again and quit back out. And it's counterintuitive, I guess. Well, because 65 seemingly wasn't enough, let's turn it up to 85. Because challenge. I forgot to change the lap time. Welp. Or the lap number, should I say. I meant to put it on 10. Because 15 laps is going to last about half an hour for this race alone. I do like how I appear to be getting the fail to save data more often, which gives me a bad feeling that it might do the same crap it pulled last month. I about said last week. And the AI likes to brake there, which is unfortunate because you don't need to brake there. Even if there's like a cluster of cars in front of you. Oh yeah, and I forgot about, well, not so much forgot, but it's been a while since I've raced against the AI on this, so I just realised about the fact they do the overtake at random crap, that if they're right on your tail and they feel that they can overtake you, they will, regardless of where it is on the track. Even if it involves them cutting the corner or pushing both you and them off the track, they'll do it anyway. Like, look at that, he just flat out took the corner and then pushed that car off the track on the inside. And I just pushed him off because reason. Because they do that to you, so I don't feel as bad doing it to them. I'd feel bad doing that to other players, but against the AI, when they kinda pull this kinda crap to begin with, then it's okay. Did I just see one of them going across that corner entirely there? I believe I did. Also, I like the fact he just came across and completely closed the door on me. Wow, the AI just... wow. Let me guess, he's going to brake in front of me into this turn. No, he didn't brake there. Still to like keep out of the way a bit, in case he did. Or they did, I don't know. It's AI at this point, I'm not bothered about he or calling them he, I guess. Unless there's specific names in there that are she. It's all AI at this point. If it was against players online and I wasn't sure, I'd say they. I'm probably still going to end up being much faster than the AI are, because of the fact that I've done the practice round here and managed to get like a fairly good lap time. Not as good as like some of the guys that are more faster, like by a few seconds or more, but fast enough to where I still think I'm like faster than the AI can even pull it at a skill level of 85 even. And I'm not sure if I fancy quitting out and turning up to 100 and find out I can't beat them at all. I'll see how it goes with catching up to the cars on the track in front though. And there's like a prime example of the kind of crap they pull on each other. One of them just overtook by completely cutting the corner. Like, the AI just have bad spatial awareness. Like, if they think they see an opening, no matter how small it is, they'll go for the gap. They'll overtake even if it's not possible to overtake. They'll find a way.
He looks weak in the slow corner. See if you can slip up the inside under braking. Keep the pressure on.
I'm not even bothered about the fact I took him off, I just sat and watched them take each other off for the past few laps. Like I said, if that was another player then I would have sort of pulled over, let them back through, even if it cost me places. And would have apologised for a move like that because that was a bad move to make. But against the AI it's like, go screw yourself, you're doing this crap to each other, so why should I be bothered? There's something about that initial turn in there that just spins the car out, or tries to. And I'm not sure how to counterbalance that.
Okay, we're catching P2, just 1 second behind. switch on and stay focused. We need consistent lap times now. Really push hard.
Right, let me just pause there a minute to look at the lap times that the AI doing in comparison. So there's one that's like what, a second slower than me, but for the most part I'm faster than everyone else, including the one that's in the lead right now, so yeah. It does make me wonder what the AI's times would be if I cranked up the difficulty to 100.
Your lap time's a little bit inconsistent. Focus on those braking markers. Stay sharp. You can do it.
Now I'm just being a bit cocky there, we're looking backwards whilst trying to go around some corners. Yep, I turned in far too early there.
You're 3 seconds behind the leader. Keep the pressure on him. Keep the pressure up.
This is like the only time I'll be racing in this kind of position, but in saying that, in this, like, the LMP1 sort of season of the league, I have had some starts where I've jumped from like last place being 9th or 10th to actually up to 5th or 6th or something, and there was one where I think it was around the Circuit de Catalunya for the Spanish Grand Prix. I was actually up to 3rd or 2nd at one point off the start, and yeah, I was on a flying start and like gradually dropped back down the field and ended up being either I think it was last in the end effectively, or second to last, because I think one of the other cars had run out of fuel on like the final corners. So yeah, these cars have like given me some great flying starts, but eventually just dropped back through the field, and yeah, this is like the only time I'd be actually finishing like in 1st and 2nd and such against the AI. which I'll probably be catching up to overtake him on this lap, I'd like to think.
Use your slipstream to get close to him on the straight, then dive up the inside under braking for the slow corners. Try and keep it clean and tidy.
Well, it seems I'm much faster than the AI full stop through there, because that just like allowed me to slingshot my way past.
Keep it up, keep it up.
It's like, now that I'm in the lead, I kinda don't feel the challenge anymore. It's like against the AI, you know that you're just going to pull away a bit. Whereas like against other players, if I was in the lead, I'd know that there's a lot of cars behind me that are much faster than I usually am. So it would be more of like a challenge of like, how long can I actually hold on to this position, like when I had second before, against some of the other guys. I guess I just wanted to see if I could actually catch up to the guy that was in the front and against the AI here.
You're leading by 1 second. Try and extend
And that's sort of relatively close to times that I've managed to set in time trial. A 2-minute margin. But yeah, you can see I'm just massively pulling away, so at that point I'm just going to quit out and crank up the AI difficulty to 100 for the skill level and set it down to being 5 laps, just for like a quick challenge. Because, yeah, there's no point in me doing that the other half of the race distance knowing that I'm just pulling away. Because it is just a quick practice race. It's not like a sort of career race where in that case then you would want to pull away and keep ahead. But in this case it's just practice, so that's why I'm backing out, and the fact that I'll be finishing streaming, what, not 30 minutes, but like maybe 50 minutes I think I'd like to say. So yeah, let's crank up the AI to 100. I never thought about. I might go same class just so there's a mix rather than just being all the same car. Even if that might change things up a bit. And set that down to being 5 laps. So yeah, let's do that and see how that goes. Because I've still got a practice race to do around the Le Mans track as well. So considering that's like, what, 3 minutes? It's like 3 minutes and, well, over 3.5 minutes anyway, per lap. And the fact that you get, well, I guess I don't need to worry about the invalidating laps or track penalty kind of thing, but it would be more on the race focus. Also, it's annoying that it keeps coming up with a failed to save right before every race. Or at least in terms of these practice ones on single player. Let's see how this start goes.
green, green, green.
That car in front certainly propelled a bit more than I did off the line. Okay, I'm just going to restart, but no, I meant restart, not skip to the end of the session. Yes. I meant yes, not no. No, let's try that again without plough in front.
Green, green, green. Go, go, go.
Yeah, he was able to move across then without me actually being there this time. I just need to keep an alert for them braking like they do. Like that. He would have done the same to me anyway. That and he still stayed ahead, so... But I suppose if that had been another player they would have gotten a track penalty, but... Like I've said, it's against the AI, so I'm not concerned. When it's against other players, then you kinda want to watch what you're doing. This is more like around about the position I'm used to being in races, but by this point the others have kind of pulled away rather than me catching them all up. It can vary from race to race, but for the most part it goes that way. Okay, that was a bad one. That was going for a bit too much there with trying to overtake. And that was just getting drawn into the slipstream of that car in the bad part of the track. Even though this is a practice race, I still feel like restarting just because of the fact I've kind of distanced myself from the field now. I mean, I'll soon catch them up anyway, but yeah, I suppose we'll stick with it for now. Hang on. Octo says it annoys me for some reason to recognise these courses. You've probably been watching your dad playing Gran Turismo a lot because, well, these are all familiar courses like that are in most racing games, so that's probably why you recognise them. This one is the Spa circuit, or Circuit de Spa Francorchamps. But Spa as it's commonly known, because it's shorter to just say Spa. And it's in Belgium if you're wondering.
Try and take you under braking into the slow corner, but don't take too many risks. Try to get a good run out the last corner and slipstream past him on the straight.
It sounds like you're doing good on Pokemon Emerald there, Octo. Off to a nice start, or early game anyway.
Dig deep and try and punch out some consistent times now.
Well, I never thought I'd be doing an overtake around the outside through there. That just kind of occurred. Also, those bollards are really annoying, not because you bounce off them and bring them into the track, but then they leave behind like an annoying bumpy bit on the turn-in. And it's like when you're trying to take a nice line on the curb, you just kind of bounce off those and get thrown off the curb completely. Yeah, that was a bit early on the brakes there, and that and the fact it still tried to spin me out going through that final bus stop chicane. Still prefer the old bus stop around Spa anyway, the one that kind of made more sense with the pit entry having a nice long run up to it, rather than the pit entry now that's like a sudden turn in and that you're sort of going straight on at the chicane where you normally would be taking the sharp left, sort of turn after the sharp right. Also, it looks like that mistake we had before has been costly in terms of us making progress here through the field. Like, I've caught up to those cars there, somewhat. Like, they're visually ahead, but they're still ahead enough that I'm not there with them yet. I might be there with them in a few corners' time, but they're still more ahead than, yeah, than I can catch up to at this point. I still seem to be the fastest thing through that set of corners compared to the AI anyway. It's like ever so slightly annoying because if I had another lap I'd be chasing them through the next lap. They're right there. Before I cross the line to finish this practice race, what times am I doing compared to them? 2 minutes 01.275. Yep, I'm just marginally faster than them. So it was that kind of level of consistency kind of keeps it up. Yeah, it's that time. So let's just finish up that race against the AI. Alright. I'm used to pressing on exit or having the exit option there, but I think that's only when it's online and you're exiting out of a lobby. Whereas in this case it's return to race central. And yeah, you can see there I was just under 2 seconds off the back of them, me in 6th place there. Or yeah, me there, I was just under 2 seconds off the back of them. Or at least off the back of those two. Now let's set up a race around Spa then and make it 5 laps as well, because it's a much longer track. 5 laps of that. 5 laps of that at 3 minutes would be 15 minutes, so 3.5 minutes is looking, what, potentially 20 minutes, and if all goes well with that one, we'll be finishing the stream by that time, so yeah, let's see how this one plays out next. I should really be going onto my garage and making sure the right setups are loaded, but both setups are kind of the same anyway, so it's not a difference. And yeah, that'll do. I don't really need to put real-time progression on or anything for a 5 lap race, otherwise it'll be ridiculously changing conditions. That'd be like doing 2 laps with like the maximum speed, like time speed progression. You'd go through day and night in like the space of, what, 6, 7, 8 minutes? And of course they all failed to save the data. I don't know if that's failed to save or failed to load, but either way it's annoying. And pressing yes still makes it work anyway. That was a slightly better start, I guess. Like, not fast, but I was off the line anyway. Okay, so a dive up the inside like that's not a wise idea against players, but against the AI it's okay because they'd do that to you anyway. Like him trying to get past there when there clearly wasn't an opening. This one could be a little bit harder because I'm not quite familiar with this track as much as I was with Spa. So I'm hoping to kind of keep up with the back of the pack to get a nice slipstream. Because that's going to be the only way I'm going to actually stay with the rest of them. Although I'm now bouncing off the rev limiter because of that. Still seemingly going faster than them on the anyway. I always wondered when he was returning back to the track. That could change the way of like how this track plays out, because on time trial I wasn't hitting off the rev limiter coming down these straights, but when you're in the car in front slipstream then you might need that bit more top speed to carry, because otherwise you're kind of hitting off the rev limiter through most of it. I think for the league race tonight we're actually doing 10 laps of this just because of how long it takes per lap, so that kind of makes sense because like our usual 15 laps could take quite a while, or a while longer should I say. See, look at that, he just like went to the inside and then had to like force himself off the track. because of his own issue. Which is why I don't mind doing that to the AI, because then you get another one that just immediately comes back on you like that. Okay, so that was quite a long distance shunt there. That was just the difference of braking like a second later. But like I said, this is against the AI, so for anyone that's like coming and going on the stream, don't worry, I'm not taking out players here. I'm taking out the AI because they're quite notorious for doing that to you and each other. As for the braking point here, I'm just going to have to guess, because having the AI cars in front of me as braking points, like when they brake I knew to brake kind of thing. Also, I'm keeping mostly muted during the racing just because it's better to focus without talking. Okay, I just pressed the button at least 3 times and it didn't shift up. Really, game? Or really, controller? Oh nice, a 3 minutes 31. That's significantly faster by like 4 seconds compared to my time trial time. So it shows that you can get a better lap if you can actually put in a valid lap. Because like, I don't think so much qualifying, but like time trial especially is quite notorious for corner cutting in places, and I think this track is just one of them that can even is even more notorious for giving you corner cutting or like invalidated laps or such for when it comes to time trial. That was a good, braking point I found there, but that was just me braking. I wasn't really paying attention to where I was stopping. I seem to be edging ever so closer to the cars in front, but then they just kind of pull away slightly. Or I'm edging closer but not close enough.
This is great. Going up like a
Yeah, I'm catching up to them now. I'm in the slipstream. It's like what I'm going to do after this race is quickly tweak the car settings to increase the top speed in the tune, and then set up just a 1 lap race and see what happens when I get in the slipstream of the AI again. Because I'd rather not be bouncing along on the rev limiter like this for considerable sections of the track. Yep, I never meant to tag him there. I was just that moment or so later on the brakes compared to him in front.
It looks like your best opportunity to overtake is under braking for the slow corner. Try and slipstream past him on the straight.
Okay, that was a bad place to try and pull that overtake. Let's reset back to the road. Lose about 5 places because of that one. Oh well, it was fun whilst it lasted. It's like I was just that moment or so later on the brakes than he was, so I had nowhere else to go but to stick it up the inside rather than go flying off round the outside. But as I've said, for anyone that's just joining the stream, this is just against the AI, so I'm not taking out other players. I'm taking out the AI, and they do that to you and each other, so in my books that's fine.
Looks like there's one on your tail. Start defending your
When it's against other players, that's when you don't want to start throwing them off the road like that. Oh hey there, John Star. Welcome to the stream today. Okay, that was a horrendously bad braking point. I wouldn't even call that a braking point. That was just me not paying attention to my brakes and completely messing up that one.
nice pass. That's third place.
Oh wow, just noticed I've got 11 viewers. I think that's a new stream high. I don't think I've seen over 10 before. So woohoo to a new viewer landmark, I guess, or not landmark, but you know what I mean. And then I run wide because I started talking. Of course. Like, hi 11 viewers, I just messed up. The car behind just tried pushing me off the track a bit as well.
That's our second warning. The cutting
Yep,
is
that was a
careful.
bit too much turn into that first, or well, that first main corner, I guess you could say. Cause like doing that against like the other guys in the league on an online race, that gets you cut track penalties, and more than likely around this track there's going to be a lot of cut track penalties had from people. Because this is one of these tracks that it's just going to give you them any opportunity it can. John Star says, this makes me want to turn on my old PS2 and play Mustang racing. AI in this game is probably a million times better though. I wouldn't bank on that. Like, I guess AI has come a long way since then, but the AI on this game, they just seem to throw the car up the inside of you at any given opportunity. Like, if they're close enough, which they aren't right now, and they won't be because they don't get a high top speed like I do. But like, they'll just chuck their car anywhere, like, even if it means forcing you or another car off their track. Which is why it doesn't bother me too much if I do that to them. Even if it is supposed to be practice racing and trying to avoid doing that. It just kind of happens still because it's the AI. Before I cross the line, let me check the lap times. So I'm actually No, I'm not actually the quickest. The guy that's leading the race is actually just marginally faster than I was going. Whereas the guy in front of me, I was a second quicker. Oh wait, no, that guy that's in 6th place actually has a 3 minutes 30 lap time. So yeah, I was in a similar playing field, I guess. But like I said, that was just a race against the AI, so I'm not going to take anything into account too much. But I'll take 3rd against them. So before I finish up streaming, because I've been going for... I think I pretty much have been going for 3 hours now, so before I finish I'm going to do a quick tweak to the car's top speed scale on the gearing ratio. And then set up, I think, a 2-lap race to be fair against the AI. And just see how that plays out with like a higher top end down the straight in the slipstream. So let's go here to my garage. Edit, I believe it's here. I don't want to crank it up down too much like it was at 3.57. Let's make it 307, it's kinda more middle of the scale, I guess. I don't want that to affect my ability to like get round the rest of the track better. Now I need to select which one to save it over. That'll be this one. Yes. And yes. Right, now let's set that up to be a 2-lap race. And let's see how that works out. Let's see if we get more of a slipstream and a higher top speed, which we should do, but how will that affect the performance of the car around the rest of the lap is what I'm wondering. If I'm losing accelerations through the rest of the lap potentially, or through the more finicky bits, I guess, or the more tricky turns. I don't know how I got away with that. I thought that was going to be a jump start there, because technically I was moving, like, probably slightly before the lights went green. That car was all over the place back there. Going to try and avoid too much contact with the AI this time, but we'll see how long that one lasts. I should catch up to them and go shoot past them like nice and easily now on here. I was doing before anyway, but now I've got more top speed on the car. It's just going to be trying to maintain that slipstream. Okay, so I would have managed to get out of that one if it wasn't for the fact the car behind me then tapped me further into him and caused us all to spin. The AI, everyone. This is the kind of level of racing you should expect. It seems to be now that I'm not actually reaching 6th gear in my own right, like under my own power. And that was too many gears that I went down there, I didn't mean to be in first. Is it bad that I feel like restarting this because this was supposed to be a test and I'm not going to find out the test if I'm stuck at the back? Yeah, I'm going to put a quick restart just because I want a more accurate race than Yeah, that. Although I guess in saying that it would be accurate, because considering I'm used to being down the back end. But I'd like to think if I can keep it midfield, then the slipstream of the car might help me stay in that position.
Green, green, green.
It does feel like the car's generally slower, and that's sort of based on the fact that under my own power I was like not even getting through 5th gear rather than being into 6th, so I might have like turned it down too much. So I don't seem to be reaching the same top end speeds that I'd expect from the car. Yeah, that was definitely a corner cut in there that would get me a track penalty in the online racing. And that was just a disaster. Note to self, brake a bit earlier there. Or at least try and move to one side. But yeah, I don't seem to be like getting through 5th gear as quick as I was. And that was a disaster, that truly was. As far as messing up corners go, that one was about as messed up as you can get. But I think I was paying more attention to the speed of the car and what effect the slipstream was having than the corner that was coming up. It took a bit more stopping than I thought there. That time I had to like evasively move to the left to avoid contact. Or take evasive action, should I say. Just ever so slightly nicked the rear end of his car there. And talking about nicking the rear end of cars, they practically took him off the track.
Guys all over you, fill in the mirrors. Time to cover the inside line and brake as late as you can.
I get the feeling that the change I made killed the top end speed of the car a bit, rather than adding to the top end speed. Or made for a more longer running 5th gear than I'd like. So I don't seem to be pulling away from the cars behind as much, like I am pulling away a bit there, but... It's probably one of those things I'm going to have to tweak during the qualifying of the actual thing and just fuel the car for like 1 or 2 laps, if even. Or well, 2 laps anyway at best I guess, and just like tweak this the final drive, find out what's the fine balance of like top speed versus acceleration. Yep, that was too much carb there, enough to throw me onto the grass. And I get the feeling that doing that kind of thing in an online race, it'll like also give you a penalty on top of that. Because in a way you're technically cutting the track there. Also that last corner, I don't think it's going to let me get away with that in a race somehow. I forgot to look at the lap times just to see how they compared, but no worries. I think out of curiosity I'm going to tweak that and just set up a sort of quick 1 lap race, even though I'm sort of like now would be a good time to finish, but let me just do a quick tweak and a quick sort of race to finish on. Because I'd like to know if I can like turn that down slightly, or well adjust that to the left towards the acceleration end again. Right, my garage, yes, load setup. I think this one is loaded anyway. Right, so that's definitely making the 6th gear go away, doing that, or at least under my own power, and a bit harder to reach or go through 6th gear and even under slipstream. It was initially on that. I guess we'll just turn it to that one and see what difference that makes. Make sure and save it over the Spa one. Not the Spa one, the Le Mans one. Right, now let's change that to 1. And okay. Yeah, this will be our last race here now then, and I'm hoping that that tweak's going to give us back 6th gear, as well as like allowing us to go through 5th gear a bit better than the other tweak did. Because it did feel like I wasn't actually catching them under my own power anymore, without like being in the slipstream. Whereas like before, being in the slipstream, I was able to catch up to them, well, able to catch up to them easier, but like not being in the slipstream, I was able to catch up to them by like a second or 2 still. So let's see how this goes. That may have well been a good tweak because it feels like I can race against them again through this initial start off the lap, should I say. Let's see how this being in the slipstream here goes anyway. Keeping an eye on what kind of speeds I'm also doing down the straights here. Going faster than them, but not by too much. I like how I hit the board and then managed to hit it again on the sort of return journey it did. Yeah, I'm keeping an eye on the top speed and the lower right on the HUD. Because before I think I noticed I was getting up to like 190 something in 5th gear. But before I'm sure I felt I was going over 190 like faster in 6th gear. I guess it's not really a good thing that you can directly test, it's just kind of random, the outcome of what will happen. Yep, that was a bit too much inside line. And again would have been a penalty for going on the grass in an online race. Like, there's probably a lot of like cornering I'm getting away with here because it's just a solo race against the AI. Like that chicane, I don't think could be taking that like that. Especially not the crashing into the wall part at the end. I don't want to be taking it like that. That's for sure. I'm not really sure how to judge that anymore. Right, what time is it? It is 8:36 PM my time. I know I said that was the last race, but I think I'm going to tweak it back to the way the setting originally was. Although in saying that, I guess I kinda... Yeah, I'm going to tweak it back to the setting it was just to find out what speed I was going at when I was hitting the rev limiter before, in 6th gear. So if I go into here quickly, I don't need to load setup, I don't know why I can keep doing that. So this is what it was at by default, 3.57. Just we go into there, that, and start. Right, so this is definitely the final run at it. As much as I'd like to keep streaming for say another hour or two, I need to go and eat, and then I have the league races in like a couple of hours, but like, we don't stream the league races anymore because of the amount of issues that streaming caused for trying to do so. With, like, people disconnecting and such. And also the fact that, like, I'd need to be in the lobby around about, like, maybe 10:15, 10:20 at the latest my time, so I need to give myself time to eat and be able to, like, let the food go down a bit, I guess, before I start racing for tonight. Nope, I just accidentally nudged my phone then with my Now let's see how this one goes. I think I just timed that right to where I was moving as it turned green and jumped like 3 cars off the line. But the good kind of jump, you've nailed the start rather than you've jumped the start. Also need to be cautious of that first turn in because I'm more than likely going to get a cut track penalty for doing that. And he's just taking out everybody there as well as taking one with him. Right, I need to pay attention to the top speed this time to see which top speed I was doing when hitting the rev limiter. Oh, is it actually a lower top speed? No, I'm getting up to like 193? Yeah, 193. I don't think I was even reaching 193 before on the... Yep, that was going badly. But in fairness, I was paying attention to the rev limiter top speed because that's the whole point of doing this run after run after run. Tweaking the setup and paying attention to it. Yeah, even though I'm hitting the rev limiter, I'm technically going faster than I was managing before. So I think even though I was giving the car more top speed seemingly, it was actually barely struggling to keep 190 miles per hour in slipstream. Like I said, this kind of has to be one of those things that I'll tweak when it comes to the actual qualifying for the race tonight and just like see how it goes, but like it'll be more comparing how it goes with outright power of the car. Well, if anything, I helped him gain a place. Accidentally. And I think I bent the front of my car. But like I said, this is just against the AI, so I'm not too worried. I'm not going to be pulling that kind of crap on other players. And if I do, I'll move out the way rather than just continue to plough into them. I ended up hitting off the rev limiter there because I changed up and it didn't change up. Like I pressed the button in and nothing happened. I do hope I've been heard fine this entire time on the stream. Because otherwise, if I had to like, say if I watch the stream back and find out I've been quite quiet talking compared to the cars, that'll annoy me a bit. If it's like that all the way through. Also, I don't know if the mic picked that up, but I had an itchy chin there. Note to self, try and brake a bit sooner there, or not dive up the inside of cars that are there. I just did that for the sake of I knew he was going to shoot past me at the end. I did have my TV up at 16 to be fair. Now I might have it turned down to 15. That'll do it. I think I'll leave it as it is for now and come the qualifying for the races tonight I'll try tweaking it. And John says I can hear you just fine. Thank you, John. Appreciate it. Because like initially for the first like 20 minutes of the stream, like, because of the way Twitch Xbox streaming works, I've got it snaps the Twitch app to the side of your TV so you can view your chat. But it hasn't shown the chat at all stream. And like, it wasn't until I saw my phone flashing that I checked it and got messages from LOL Catface, aka Willow, who said about the fact that like people were talking in chat, and I was like, welp. So I had to like load up stream on mobile Discord or mobile Twitch here to actually see what people were saying in my chat. So for the whole stream I've had this white box snapped to the side of my stream or snapped to the side of my TV that basically told me I'm live and didn't bother to show chat at all. So for the first like 20 minutes of stream I couldn't see anything anyone said, which is great. Especially because it was at the start I was asking about how the volume sounded and all that, and I didn't know what anyone was saying. So from that little bit there, I don't even know if that hours played is accurate or not. Well, I think maybe it counts hours played as in like time actually spent on the track, which makes sense, rather than say time spent on the game. Because I think that was at 8.9 hours before, now it's only 10.4 after like over a 3-hour stream. I'm not sure if the .32 on solo means like 32 minutes, because I'm pretty sure I've done more than 32 minutes. So I'm not sure how that breaks it down at all. It's an odd one, but that'll do it for me there today on the stream anyway, and good thing the volume is fine then. Yeah, that's a good thing, John. Right, if no one can speak in chat for a moment, because I need to check my following. It said 0 people were live there, but actually we have Ashy's Corner, Blessed Eternal, Blood Dragon 262626 and Gamer Girl Icy. And they're all actually live on the Dark Age server, which is a TFC based server with like some extra mods and tweaks thrown in, so please do feel free to raid either Ashy's Corner, Blessed_Eternal, Blood Dragon 262626 or Gamer Girl Icy and tell them it's a Luke raid. And yeah, that was my Project Car stream today, so thanks for everyone that stopped by today. I know Bloody was here earlier, that Bloody being Blood Dragon 262626 I've mentioned. And there was also Willow and Octo and Baka and Troleo or something was his name. And John there towards the end as well, and just anyone else. Like, thank you to them and thank you to anyone else that has been in my stream since the start, and all the viewers are along the way that actually had me at 11 viewers at one point, which is a new stream high for me, I'd say. But yeah, for my stream today, that'll do it. So let me just snap back to the Twitch app so I can press the stop broadcast button here in a moment. But yeah, like I said, go and raid those 4, because tonight's the Abbey After Dark, as it's called, and like I'm also part of the Team Renegades Team Abbey thing, but like I'm unable to stream Minecraft through computer because I only have a laptop, and modded Minecraft is especially a no, but I don't think I'll be joining them for playing tonight because of the fact I've got the Project Cars, but you might see me joining them in future for streams, like not me streaming but them streaming kind of thing and me being in game. Anyway, I've rambled on enough as it is, so yeah, see you John, thanks for stopping by. And thanks for the good luck with my races for tonight as well, appreciated. I guess I'll soon find out in a couple of hours how the races go tonight, but as for my stream just now, that'll do it for me. So yeah, like I've been saying, thanks for stopping by everyone, and please do go and raid the 4 that I mentioned, that being, last time repeating this, being Ashy's Corner, Blessed_Eternal, Blood Dragon 262626 and Gamer Girl Icy. Tell them it's a Luke raid. So, but yeah, as always, stay tuned for more, and thanks for watching.